All right, welcome back. Now we are going to talk Super Bowl memories. We talked about this year's team. Now we're going to talk to Bengals Super Bowl past, Super Bowl 16, Super Bowl 23. Let's go back to the very, very first one, the 1981 season. The Super Bowl played in January 1982, obviously against the 49ers. You know what? We'll just start the week before that real quick, since this is a historical game. First, let's start with the Freezer Bowl, the coldest game wind chill wise in NFL history. Negative 58 degrees, I believe, was the wind chill. I think Anthony was out there with no sleeves. My dad's trying to kick a football that felt like a rock. What were your guys' memories of playing in the coldest game essentially in NFL history? Anthony, you're sleeveless. You go first.
I just remember Max Montoya and I roomed together, and my job game day was to open the curtains and to give a weather report. Hey, so I opened the curtains that morning. I said, Max, blue skies, the sun is out. It's a great day for football. Little did we know that my car couldn't turn over. I was going to leave it at the hotel, at the Marriott up on Chester Road, and that it would be the coldest game on record. And I'll tell you what, it was crazy. And I remember we gathered as an offensive line. And mainly, you got your tailored jerseys so the defense can't grab it. And then you wear sleeves, and that gives them material to grab. So we decided it's cold, but we can't wear sleeves. We can't give them material to grab. And people ask me after the fact, did you guys do that to have a psychological edge? And I'm like, you know me. You think I'm thinking psychology going into a football game? Then I say, but when it was all said and done, after we started, I think it did become a psychological edge. And it was just, I tell people it was painfully cold. I don't know how this guy here kicked the football. I don't know how Kenny Anderson threw the football, but they did it effectively, and we won the game.
Now, you did put Vaseline all over your arms, or didn't you? You were allowed to do
but
that.
It didn't help. We did a pregame warm-up, and it didn't help. So I just what the heck? It did. Yeah, we thought it was going to help, but it didn't help.
Because they allow them these days to put Vaseline on their arms. So obviously it's not doing very much. So
Jim, could you expound on the whole not sticking around for John being born thing?
The AFC Championship was on January 10th, and I was born on January 13th. All right, now you can take it away, Dad.
Let me back up. And so I was riding with Jack Thompson. I ridden to the hotel the night before with Anthony. We were living in the same complex, but I rode in with Jack Thompson because Jack and I were rooming together. Well, just like Anthony's car, his car wouldn't start either. So everybody's just kind of trying to find a way to get down to the stadium. And we're scrounging, right? So we go back inside the hotel and we start asking around. We find a waitress. And it's like, did you drive here this morning?
By the way, you guys are playing in the AFC Championship game.
And cannot get to the game.
Yeah.
Imagine that story today, like the kicker gets a ride with the local wagers to the AFC Championship game.
So this waitress says, yeah, I drove here this morning. Can you give us a ride to the stadium? Like, I guess so. She has a Camaro. So we pile in. And I think there was one other guy with us. I can't remember. But Jack gets up in the front seat with her and she starts driving. And by this time, if we're late, we get fined $50. And Forest Ferry's going to go crazy for guys showing up late. So Jack's like, can you drive a little bit faster? And she says, well, I don't want to get tickets. He goes, pull over. I'm driving. So they switch. Jack flies from there, we get there just a few minutes before 11 o'clock. So about 10 years ago, Jack's back in town. We go have lunch. We go to the maitre d' at this restaurant. She looks at Jack and she says, are you Jack Thompson? Said, yeah. He goes, my daughter's the one that took you down to the stadium at the Freezer Bowl.
Wow, that's hilarious.
Wasn't that great? So we get to the stadium. We get to the stadium, and we're trying to figure out what to wear, right? Because you got to cover every part of your body. So guys are running around. You can't wear long johns because that's slow you down. Okay for practice, but not for the game. So pretty soon, this couple big old boxes come sliding out in the middle of the floor. And guys are like, what is that? Tom Gray opens them up, and it's pantyhose. Pantyhose. I wore 2 pair of pantyhose, and I had to cut the feet out because I was sliding around in them. I'll tell you what, they saved my legs that day, because it's not like what you have today with all these different high-tech things. That was as high-tech.
That was your Under Armour in 1981.
No, but the best part was trying to see some of those defensive linemen pull those pantyhose on. That's when you wish you had cameras, then.